very special little girl is celebrating a very special birthday, and you are invited. Lillian is turning 1, and her family says she doesn't need any toys or blankets or dolls. Instead, your gift to her is a gift to others. And here to explain is her mom, Kristen Anders. And Kristen, it is great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Amy. It's great to be here.
Well, before we talk about her birthday party, let's kind of step back to April 22nd, the day she was born. Everything seemed normal?
Very much, yes.
And then what happened?
Immediately after she was born, the doctors picked up on a few things that they would like to examine a little closer. They did some scans, and they thought she had some internal hemangiomas and sent us to Cincinnati Hospital for Children there to their vascular malformation team. And we got there when she was 6 days old, and they started treatment and medicines, more medicines. She did not respond, so they decided a biopsy would be necessary. So they went in and biopsied, and the next day at 2 weeks old, she was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma.
Oh my goodness. And you said this cancer was so aggressive, you could actually see it growing.
Yes, daily we could see her abdomen growing, and the main tumor was on her right adrenal gland, and it spread to her bones, her skin, and mostly impacted her liver.
And you said there was a point too where they were literally taking a look every single day to see what it was doing.
Yes, our room there was a revolving door of specialists. Everyone was trying to grasp a hold of the situation, and she was unknown. It had never presented itself this way. The doctors reached out nationally for help, and it was daily. We were just meeting with doctors and scratching our heads, reaching out, looking at scans, trying to figure out how we could get control of her cancer.
But you did.
Yes.
The treatment started to work.
Yes.
It took a long time.
It did. Initially they put her on the typical protocol for stage 4 neuroblastoma, and she did not respond. At 4 weeks old, they did emergency radiation to stun it to make it to the next eligible time that she could get the chemo, and that didn't help either. So after that second cycle, they moved to a salvage cycle of chemo, and the doctors described it as pulling out the big guns in a small dose, and pretty much said, this is what we've got to work with. And it wasn't about 2 weeks after that she turned the corner, and we feel that it was a miracle. We have relied heavily on our faith and prayers and our community for support, and it's been phenomenal.
You've had a lot of community support.
Yes.
We've got video. We got to go see her yesterday, and she's doing amazing and crawling around and keeping you very busy.
Yes.
And you wanted to plan a party to give back. You said she had so many blood transfusions.
Yes, she had 18 blood transfusions because of the strength of chemo that she received and the atypical way she responded. She required a lot of blood transfusions, and I never realized how important blood transfusions were to people receiving chemo and going through the cancer treatments. The chemo not only kills the cancer, but it also kills a lot of the cells in the blood, and they're not able to regenerate that. So blood transfusions are critical for survival. And after living on an oncology floor for 4 months, I see how necessary it is. So for her first birthday, we chose to plan a blood drive. It's the best way to give back and help others reach their first birthday or their next birthday that are in treatment.
And she said instead of gifts, she would like to give back to Carrie's Heart Foundation.
Yes.
They did amazing things.
Carrie's Heart Foundation is a local nonprofit here in Johnson City. Jeff and Jennifer Schoendijk, and they are phenomenal. They have had a baby born with a critical illness, and they know what parents go through, and they were there immediately after diagnosis. They sent a gift to Cincinnati every week that we were in the hospital there, along with financial support and spiritual, just very comforting to families that are going through this. And so in lieu of gifts, we are asking for donations to Carrie's Heart Foundation so they can continue to help other newborns born into critical care situations in our region.
Wow. Well, Kristen, I know this wasn't easy. I thank you so much for coming on the
Thank
show,
you,
for
Amy.
sharing her story,
Thank you.
and for giving back in such a just very cool ways. So here is the information. You are invited. It is a very special first birthday party Saturday. That's this Saturday from noon to 4. It's being held at the Bramble. That's the new event facility right in downtown Irwin. It is a blood drive, and again, taking donations for Carrie's Heart Foundation.